What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Monji TV. Today we're here with Team West, out here at Team West shop. Got a bunch of cool cars and things going on here, truck builds and whatnot. But
dude, I don't even know where to start. Like, okay, yes, you guys have seen the one. I'm a 1 Series guy, E82 for life kind of thing. The thing is about this car is it's about to literally get every best part thrown at it. So like, it's gonna go from what looks like a chassis that could go to the junker, and yes, it's got a cage and it's TIG weld, and that's all I said. It's getting an LS, it's getting a quick change rear end, it's getting like T56, Holley standalone, everything that you could be like, oh, let me put a wish list together and get all the best brands on. LS E90, which that is game changer. They literally make bolt-in motor mounts, headers, the radiator stuff, everything. So
accessory
like
drive, tranny mounts, everything.
What I typically do is custom everything. So the fact that we're gonna be able to open up a box, bolt it in, and we're good to go. This thing I bought from some poor old lad. So we needed some money. He said he ran it through a couple ditches and liked to play in the mud. I hate mud, but judging by the front bumper, he definitely hit a ditch.
I think this thing's seen better days.
But the motor runs great. So yeah, we're gonna get the LS out of here, or should I say 6.0, that we're gonna pull apart. And I got a bunch of goodies inside for
Cam, accessory drive stuff.
I mean, it really
we'll
just
see.
depends on how deep we
Maybe
want to go.
cylinder heads?
I'm pulling the heads, like that's for sure, right? We're gonna run stock heads unless someone wants to throw us some heads, but stock heads can be ported and flow really, really nice. The question here is do we flip the engine over and break in through the bottom?
I think we have to.
And I think that's where, you know, if we just put some good rod bearings, some rod bolts, and, you know, good.
Give her a good once over,
Yeah,
reseal the motor, clean it up.
It'll be good.
Make sure everything checks out inside the motor, and then probably slap some turbos or a supercharger on this thing and make some real power.
That's the other thing.
There should be plenty of power for this 1 Series chassis. Honestly, realistically, it's not going to be a Pro FD1 car. At most, it'll probably, you know, maybe compete in FD Pro 2. But for that, you really only need about 500-600 horsepower. So that's the goal. If we could be somewhere in that range, I think that'll be plenty fun for this chassis. First things first, tearing this bad boy apart. I think the easiest plan of attack is going to be tear apart the front end, so we really don't have to work from underneath the car, especially because it's not on a lift, and just pull everything out the front. So yeah. Oh. Hey, somebody was hiding this. Dude, 2 fireballs hiding behind the bumper, dude.
Spiders?
Dude, hiding in the bumper right here, bro. Just chilling right there. All right, guys, check this out. This is dude, 2 brand new fireballs just posted in the bumper. Like,
Hey, that came with my purchase.
how hilarious, though, dude, that they were there. Like,
How long have they
you went off-roading and they were there? How did that stay? You didn't even have a bumper on it either. Anyways, we're making some good progress. Next step is to get this whole front core support out of the way. All right, guys, we're making quick work of this thing. The whole core support's basically loose. We're gonna have to take apart the AC system. We just got the fan shroud out. We'll take the actual fan off the engine.
Yeah,
Get the radiator out of the way. Whole core support out of the way. And then we'll start working on motor mounts and whatnot. Coolant straining currently. Start disconnecting all these lines to the chassis. And I don't know, we'll probably just hacksaw the exhaust.
Huh?
Hacksaw the exhaust?
Hacksaw, like by hand? No,
Like a
Sawzall, that's
sawzall.
for sure.
Yeah. It's funny, this thing's got secondary air injection. A lot of them didn't have that. We'll be deleting that for sure. But
ready?
yeah, guys, we're literally almost there.
Pull that.
Yep. All right, we'll set this down.
On camera.
Well, I gotta put it down so I can see. Hold it.
Where's the bucket?
Of what? That's worth some money right there for sure. Flap out of the way. Work.
Just don't break it so it hits us in the face anyway. Please no.
All right, guys. Engine covers are off. Starting to tear into the accessory drive. Got the fan or belts off. Obviously, everything, the whole core support is out of the way. Next is to basically unbolt the AC pump and alternator and power steering pump. Probably get the steering shaft out of the way for now, so we can get to the motor mounts, chop the exhaust, hit the transmission cross member, disconnect the wiring harness, and she should pretty much come out.
Transmission.
Yep.
And transfer case.
We're gonna use the forklift.
We're gonna have to yank
pull that
drive
bad boy
shaft
out.
front and rear.
Yeah. Let's get to it. All right, guys, so accessory drive's about to come out. We're getting the puller for the pulley here because there's a couple bolts trapped behind it. We get the belt off, AC pump off.
Hey, look it.
Obviously the water pump's off. What is this?
Power steering pump puller. For GM only.
Yep.
It's all missing everything.
It's so critical.
I think I have like 3 or 4 of these because
the puller.
No, here I got you. It's super simple.
Yeah, it goes around the edge and then chink and pulls itself out.
Yeah.
You guys see that split so it can catch on this lip here?
First off, we need to get a different pin.
The worst thing about these pumps is if you ever spin that thing. Remember, I don't know, were you with me in my diesel when the power steering pump used to keep coming off, and I would like every like couple hours I'd just have to like pull that tool out and like reinstall the thing, and then eventually I just like welded it or something. I forget, or I like peened it over so it didn't do it again. But yeah, it's a big kind of problem, at least when you make high horsepower, I think. Anyways, almost there. Let's get this accessory drive off now. All right, guys, we're getting the forklift turned around. Definitely need to clean this out. This thing is basically all ready to come out. Wiring harnesses, everything is ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead, get some chains on her and pluck her. We may have to pull the hood just due to the size of the forklift, but anyway, she's basically ready. I think the last thing to do is just cut the exhaust and the drive shaft, and then she's ready to come out.
I think it's gonna cut through that.
Currently cutting a hole in the forklift blade so we can put a ball hitch on it, hook a chain to it, and lift the motor up. I don't know about that. Bam.
Yeah, would you look at that?
All right, guys, well, pretty soon here this thing is going to come out, and then we can start power washing it, tearing it down, pulling the headers off it, the additional brackets we don't need, separating the transmission from the engine.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Oh, yeah, I've been wanting this forever. I've been in the field with whatever they throw at me. Brush it off, pick myself up, moving on to the better. Okay. Hey. Yeah, ain't no errors.
All right, guys, we got the chain on the motor. Oh, he just faked it.
Let's see how you do under pressure. Yeah. Let's see how you do under pressure. Give them a name to remember. Okay. Hey. Let's see how you do under pressure. Let's see how you do under pressure.
All right, guys, quick update on where we are. The camera battery died. Obviously, the Suburban is not here anymore. We've pushed it back. Everything is done with that so far. Obviously, this is a 135 video, but there was like no 135 in this video, so you're gonna have to stay tuned to the next video. But
but there's a motor to
there's a motor for a 135 here. We've gone ahead, pulled the manifolds off. We're gonna actually start tearing into this thing. and take the intake manifold off, oil pan, maybe front drive and whatnot, and start just kind of cleaning this thing up and assessing what is the state of the engine and what we really need. So yeah, anyways, super stoked on it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this.
I think you guys might get one little schmigum after everything's over of all the parts that we have for it.
Yeah, we might put everything together that he already has.
You gotta stay till the end.
Anyways, this is gonna be the new lifeline of the 135 FD spec drift car. So take one real good look at it, because she's not gonna look this way for much longer. Pretty soon here we're gonna get this thing in there, seats and other stuff in there, and a Wisefab kit, and she'll be looking quite different very soon. So alright guys, quick look at the engine here. Obviously this thing having like, what was it, like 150,000 miles or something? Being higher mileage, obviously it's going to look a little old inside the engine, which is to be expected. We're probably going to be replacing these cylinder heads anyways. The main thing is that the rod bearings in the bottom end look good. Realistically, this thing's going to pretty much come all the way apart, except for pistons and rods. We'll probably leave the pistons and rod combo in it, depending on what we find when we pull the heads and how the cross hatching and cylinder walls look. But we're going to completely be blowing it apart for sure, at least some rod bearings. You know, that'll give us a really good indication of the state of the engine. Like I said before, if the rod bearings are in great shape, then like we can feel really good about this engine. Put some new bearings in it, some ARP hardware to keep it together, some ARP head bolts, new heads, cam, and some springs, and this thing should be a ripper. So yeah, let's just keep tearing into it. We're gonna get the plugs out. We may pull the heads off tonight, not totally sure. We definitely will pull the oil pan off and like the front cover, maybe some of the rear cover stuff, but even then that doesn't need to be done right now. So main thing is just kind of assessing what we have, what we don't have, what we need, and just the overall state of the engine. So if you like this video, be sure to check out the next one. And if you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to subscribe and like the video. It helps a lot. Thanks, and see you in the next one.